but with your kind permission, committee members, I have to interrupt our discussion on this topic. And as I mentioned earlier, we have an extraordinary situation before us. And this is why we are going to take a pause under item 5, which we are going to continue after lunch. The Bureau met yesterday afternoon at the request of the Director General, and we agreed to examine on an exceptional basis a specific case in relation to item 10B, which is the examination of nominations for inscriptions on the representative list of the intangible cultural heritage of humanity. I would like again to reassure you that we will be only examining one specific case under item 10 before returning to our planned schedule. Bearing in mind that most of you have had specific travel plans in relation to Agenda 10, and we wish once again to reiterate that our intention is to keep with a provisional timetable as planned initially. But on an exceptional note, we are going to take this particular item, and I have now the honor to invite the Director General to introduce this case to us. Please, Madame Azoulay.
Merci. Merci, Monsieur le Président. Merci, Mesdames et Messieurs les membres du comité, et merci au Bureau d'avoir bien voulu bouleverser l'agenda pour examiner ce point. J'ai l'honneur de vous présenter la démarche inédite de 2 États membres à l'occasion de ce comité. La proposition de ces 2 États membres est une première historique et témoigne d'une grande confiance envers l'UNESCO en général, mais surtout envers vos travaux en particulier. These 2 states, ladies and gentlemen, are the Democratic People's Republic of Korea and the Republic of Korea. They have decided for the first time to submit together the inscription of a similar element on the representative list of intangible cultural heritage of humanity. This element is sirum or sireum, a form of traditional wrestling practiced in both countries, dating back thousands of years. As both Koreas are working to a rapprochement, this session of the committee presents an outstanding opportunity to demonstrate the importance of cultural heritage for peace and reconciliation. Mesdames et messieurs, ces candidatures, initialement séparées, mettent en évidence les similarités de part et d'autre de la péninsule coréenne. Je veux remercier ces 2 pays, leurs plus hautes autorités, leurs délégations, d'avoir franchi ce pas supplémentaire, encore inimaginable il y a peu, d'entreprendre une démarche commune auprès d'une organisation des Nations Unies, en montrant comment la culture peut être à l'avant-garde de la paix. Ces 2 pays ont répondu avec courage et engagement à nos démarches et envoient à travers cette candidature commune un message puissant à tous les Coréens et au monde. C'est une étape symbolique importante, ancrée dans l'histoire longue de ces pays, qui vous est proposée à travers cette candidature qui est donc désormais une candidature conjointe. Elle nous dit la force extraordinaire du patrimoine culturel comme vecteur de paix et de dialogue au cœur du mandat de l'UNESCO. C'est un exemple qui doit tous nous inspirer à travers le monde. À situation exceptionnelle, procédure exceptionnelle, Et si vous le permettez, Monsieur le Président, le secrétariat de la Convention peut nous éclairer quant à la marche à suivre pour l'examen de ce cas particulier. Merci.
Merci beaucoup, Madame Audrey Azoulay. Et je vais tout de suite demander au secrétariat de nous guider sur la procédure à être suivie en ce qui concerne l'inscription en question.
Thank you, Mr. Chairperson. Under normal circumstances, item 10 should start with a presentation by the rapporteur of the evaluation body on the working methods as well as the cross-cutting issues. The Secretariat proposes to leave that for later as initially planned and go straight to the examination of this joint inscription. In this way, the examination of all other nomination files will remain as originally planned to start tomorrow, Tuesday, 27th of November. I know that submitting states are eagerly awaiting for this item, and in many countries the high-level delegates' travel and domestic press activities have been planned according to the provisional timetable. As published in the working document ITH 1813.com 10b, the nominations from the Democratic People's Republic of Korea and the Republic of Korea were planned to be examined respectively under the draft decision 13com 10b13 and the draft decision 13com 10b30. These two separate decisions may be merged as shown on the screens. The new draft decision that carries a new number 10b41 is structured firstly to take note of the nomination from the Democratic People's Republic of Korea and decide that from the information included in the file, the nomination satisfies the criteria R1, R2, R3, R4, R5 for inscription. This part is essentially a cut and paste of 10b.13 so that nothing has changed. Then to further take note of the nomination from the Republic of Korea and decide that from the information included in the file, the nomination satisfied the criteria R1, R2, R3, R4, and R5 for inscription. And this part is also a cut and paste of 10b.30 so that nothing has changed. The final part of the draft decision includes a paragraph to acknowledge that the two submitting states have expressed their wish to have the two files examined by the committee as a joint inscription. It refers to the recommendation of the evaluation body to inscribe both elements, and then it proposes to decide on an exceptional basis to jointly examine the files, the two files. The last paragraph then indicates the decision of the committee to jointly inscribe on the representative list the two files under a common title, which is Traditional Korean Wrestling Serum Serum. The proposed draft decision has been included in the addendum on the working document 13com 10b as published last night. I would like to invite the committee to listen to the presentation by the chairperson of the evaluation body on the two nomination files which were evaluated separately. The committee may then proceed to examine the draft decision 10b41.
Thank you, Director General and Mr. Secretary, for your explanations and guidance. I personally feel very privileged that this 13th session of the committee would provide a platform to discuss such an important issue. Let us approach the case bearing in mind the implications that would have for the future relations between the two parties and for the communities living there who deserve a lasting peace. Assuming that there is no objection to the working method presented by the Secretary of the Convention, I proceed to invite the chairperson of the evaluation body to present recommendations of the body on the two nominations. Mr. John Omare from Kenya, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairperson. It is my pleasure to present the recommendations of the evaluation body on the two files. These are Serum, Wrestling in the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, submitted by the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, and Serum, Traditional Wrestling in the Republic of Korea, submitted by the Republic of Korea. The two files clearly demonstrate the shared nature of the practices related to wrestling. In fact, the evaluation body discussed and regretted during the examination that these two files had not been presented as a joint nomination. Both files present Serum and Serum as a physical game practiced popularly in all regions of their territory, where two opponents try to push each other to the ground by gripping their opponent's belt and using a fabric strap connecting their waist and leg. In both files, the winner of the game is awarded a pool or an ox, symbolizing agricultural abundance on which they parade after the game. Letters of consent provided by both submitting states emphasize the importance of the practice in Korea and for Korean communities. The safeguarding measures presented in both files pay particular attention to the integration of the practice in educational systems. Efforts in the Democratic People's Republic of Korea mobilize institutions outside of the field of culture and include targeted actions encouraging the participation of women in the safeguarding of the practice and the documentation of the regional diversity within the country. In the Republic of Korea, a legal framework was adopted in 2012 to support the transmission, dissemination, training, and research of the practice. From the information included in the file, both nominations satisfy all the 5 criteria for inscription on the representative list. As a chairperson of the evaluation body, I am sure that my colleagues will join me in fully endorsing the proposed joint inscription. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Omare, for this very clear presentation. I would like to strongly recommend that this committee recognizes the efforts of the Director General of UNESCO and inscribe these two files in question as a joint inscription. I wish to thank you for your understanding and spirit of cooperation. The conclusion is very clear. Let us decide to inscribe traditional Korean wrestling, Serum, on the representative list of the intangible cultural heritage of humanity by acclamation. Okay, very well, it is so decided. I now give the floor to the submitting states in the alphabetical order. First, the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, followed by the Republic of Korea.
유네스코 총국장 오드레 아줄레 선생, 종북안위원회 위원장 루판 선생, 그리고 회의 참가자 여러분, 우리는 이번 유네스코 비물질 문화유산 보호를 위한 종북안위원회 제13차 회의에서 처음으로 북과 남이 조선민족 공동의 유산인 씨름을 유네스코 인류의 대표적인 비물질 문화유산으로 등록하게 되는 이런 역사적인 순간을 맞이하였습니다.
Excellency Audrey Azoulay, Director General of UNESCO, Minister Rupan, Chairperson of the Intergovernmental Committee, committee members, and all the participants. It is a great honor to be here at this very significant 13th session of the Intergovernmental Committee for the Safeguarding of Intangible Cultural Heritage, which represents a historic milestone for the North and South of Korea, bringing about the joint inscription of the traditional Korean wrestling serum, a common asset of whole Korean nation, onto the representative list of the intangible cultural heritage of humanity. Here, we all together are witnessing a momentous and memorable event. It confirmed to the eyes of the world the common aspirations and longing of the Koreans to be one and to sustain and carry forward its homogeneity, calling upon all its compatriots to cherish and foster the great national unity. It is highlighted the unstinting support and wish of the international community for peace and prosperity in the Korean Peninsula. Recently, thanks to the ardent love for the nation and earnest desire for peace shown by the supreme leaders of the North and South of Korea, the historic Panmunjom Declaration and the September Pyongyang Joint Declaration were adopted, and a vigorous move for national reconciliation, peace and prosperity across the land of Korea is widely being made. Thus, the joint inscription of the element also highlights the unshakable will and heartfelt desire of all Koreans to add glory to the new era of peace and prosperity. Comrade Kim Jong-un, chairman of the State Affairs Commission of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, has stressed that national heritage conservation is a patriotic undertaking for safeguarding the history and traditions of the nation, which will lead to adding brilliance to it through carrying forward and developing the precious spiritual and material wealth created by the ancestors. And he also stressed the need to carry forward and develop traditional music, dance, and fine arts very conducive to the sense of national identity, and to promote national sports, including taekwondo and serum, encourage people to play such folk games as oud and top spinning. The joint inscription of serum as the first ever version, born of both sides' joint efforts in the safeguarding of Ice Age, will make an important landmark on the road of Korean national gigantic endeavor for the unity of the Korean Peninsula. In conformity with the unanimous aspiration of the entire Korean nation and the principles of the Convention, we will in the future promote international exchange and cooperation in the field of safeguarding of ICH, and also fulfill the responsibility of ensuring the cultural diversity of humanity and its sustainable development, peace and prosperity of the world.
끝으로 나눈 이번 기회에 북과 남의 화해와 협력의 분위기를 귀중히 여기고 유산의 공동 등록을 위해 관례를 벗어나 특례적인 조치를 취하면서 아낌없는 노력을 기울인 유네스코 총국장 선생을 비롯한 여러 인사들에게 깊은 사의를 표합니다. 감사합니다.
Availing myself of this opportunity, I'd like to express our thanks to the Director General of UNESCO, Chairperson, and members of the Intergovernmental Committee, as well as different participants to this session, for the hearty support to the atmosphere of Korean national reconciliation and cooperation with this joint inscription, technically unprecedented and exceptional. Thank you for your attention.
Republic of Korea, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm very pleased to see you preside over this August committee meeting in Mauritius. Time flies. I still have a very vivid memory of working together with you very hard in Jeju Island just a year ago. And I have no doubt under your able guidance and leadership, this Mauritius committee meeting will bring about very successful and fruitful conclusion. Distinguished members of the committee, Madam Director General, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to extend my sincere gratitude to all members of the committee for supporting the joint inscription of traditional Korean wrestling serum. I'd also like to thank the Secretariat, led by Director General Madam Asle, whose support has been invaluable throughout the entire process of inscription and consultation between two Koreas. In particular, we are grateful to the representatives of DPRK for their cooperation, which enabled us to work together in spirit of mutual cooperation and understanding. Mr. Chairman, today I am deeply touched by the decision of the Committee for the Joint Inscription of Traditional Korean Wrestling Serum. In fact, all intangible cultural heritages of two Koreas, having embedded in the same tradition and culture, belong to common heritages of Koreans. Nevertheless, the same heritages have been submitted through two separate nominations up till now, such as Arirang, Korean lyrics folk song, and Kimjang, the tradition of making and sharing of kimchi. So this is the first time that two Koreas have achieved a joint inscription. This decision, therefore, carries the impact far more significant than simple recognition of inscribed element itself. This will mark the beginning of further cooperation between two Koreas to promote and preserve our common intangible heritage. Furthermore, two Koreas through UNESCO will be able to expand their cooperation beyond culture into other fields of UNESCO's competence to include education and sciences as well. Also, it is an exemplary case to demonstrate how UNESCO, with its unique role and mandate, can facilitate the construction of peace through culture, education, and sciences, that is, through soft power diplomacy. Mr. Chairman, serum does not incite competition nor conflict. It is a sport to encourage teamwork and promote unity and peace. It is a popular entertainment at the time of festivity, when people gather together in their communities and wished for a good harvest. The serum tradition freed the mind of people from hard conditions of living. It brought laughter and joy to the village. It created the unity in the community. Through safeguarding of serum that has bound Korean people over centuries, we hope that the same spirit of unity and harmony can be revived to achieve lasting peace on the Korean Peninsula. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, before concluding, to give you a hint of conviviality and a happy mood generated by serum, let me quote from Korean folk song. Here's a rough translation of lyrics. I quote, "Let's get together on the day of festival. Uptown, downtown. Let's come out and let's play serum," unquote. I hope that someday all the Koreans from uptown and downtown of unified Korea can gather together to enjoy serum. 북한 동포 여러분, 이제 우리 다 함께 씨름 축제를 통해 통일을 이룹시다. I'd like to pass over to Administrator of CHA.
Thank you, Mr. Chairperson. In my capacity as the Administrator of the Culture Heritage Administration of the Republic of Korea, I am very pleased with the decision by the committee to inscribe serum as a joint nomination on the representative list of the intangible cultural heritage of humanity. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to the committee members for all their heartfelt support for an interest in this nomination. As the administrator in cherish, preservation of cultural heritage in the Republic of Korea. The inscription of serum makes us feel great responsibility of safeguarding our intangible cultural heritage. The Republic of Korea will not forget the spirit of the 2003 Convention and the international cooperation you have shown us today, and will continue our effort to safeguard ICH both at the national and international levels. Also, I'd like to express my sincere appreciation to the distinguished delegation of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea for the utmost endeavor made for the joint inscription. My special gratitude also goes to Madam Director General Ajule and her staff of UNESCO for all their support and endeavor for their great outcome. Last but not least, I thank the Republic of Mauritius for hosting this wonderful committee and hospitality. Thank you.
Thank you so much. May I now invite the delegations of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea and the Republic of Korea to come to the stage next to the podium for a photo call with the Director General. It's a great moment. Dear members, this is a very historic moment. This is the end of the morning session. In the afternoon, we will continue where we left off with item 5 after the lunch break. Before that, I wish to inform you that a press conference will be held from 12:30 in the room Kestrel Hall on the first floor. The press conference will be organized in 2 parts. The first part will be dedicated to the joint inscription of on the representative list of traditional Korean wrestling, Cerium, in presence of UNESCO's Director General, representative from both Democratic People's Republic of Korea and the Republic of Korea. The second part of the press conference will then focus on other important issues on the agenda of the 13th session of the committee. Before you leave the room, allow me to also mention that the event, Dive into Intangible Cultural Heritage, will take place from 1:30 p.m. in the atrium, which is a space just outside this meeting room. This event will be presented by the Assistant Director General for Culture, Mr. Ernesto Oton. Let me also tell you about the lunch arrangements. The committee members are invited to go upstairs for their meal. For the other participants, there will be lunch area in the lobby in front of the room. Please be back before 2:30 p.m. so that we can start promptly our afternoon session. I have also an announcement for Arab group who are meeting at 13:30 hours in the room Parakeet, which is situated on the first floor of the building. Groupe arabe qui se réunit de 13h30 à 14h30 dans la salle Parakeet au premier étage du bâtiment. Merci beaucoup.